Your kids have probably been waking up at all random hours while on summer vacation, and the same may go for you as a parent. But now it's time for everyone to start retraining their bodies to wake up early for school. So joining us now is Dr. Sophia Khan, a neurologist and sleep specialist at Parkland Health. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon,
Thank you for having me here.
So let's help folks understand just how long it can take the body to readjust to a new sleep schedule.
So it's just like jet lag. It takes about an hour, a couple of days to readjust. So if you are trying to adjust your sleep rhythm from sleeping like at 2 in the morning back to 10 at night, you may want to start early. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 weeks to adjust to the new rhythm.
And let's talk about some tips to help people get back into that rhythm, as far as using the computer at night, or maybe certain foods when you should be eating to help you get ready for bed faster.
Right. So try to avoid having big meals close to bedtime. Having a meal close to bedtime delays your sleep time and also leads to reflux and other problems. You may want to start getting into schedule for a regular dinner time, get into the routine of your good sleep hygiene, like, you know, reading, taking a bath, and winding down basically. Avoid screens, avoid your phones, avoid tablets, avoid TV at least an hour before bedtime, and that will help the production of melatonin to get you in tune for your bedtime.
Excellent. So when we're talking about readjusting, you know, you're feeling tired sometimes, now you're waking up earlier, harder for you to fall asleep. Do naps actually hurt or maybe even help when you're trying to readjust?
It depends on your social circumstances. If you're retired and not doing anything, if you're a lucky housewife, you can take naps. But if you're, you know, working, or if you're going to school, you have to be in certain social situations where you cannot take a nap. So, like I said, depending on what you're doing, naps may be okay, but that counts towards your total body's requirement for the sleep time. For an average adult, their body requires about 7 to 9 hours of sleep in 24 hours.
Oh, it seems like so much, but we know what's necessary, right?
It is.
And those are just the adults. So the kids need even more sleep?
So teenagers are around, considered almost as adults, so they need about 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Kids need a little more. If you are taking naps, that counts towards your total sleep time.
It does.
You may not be able to get that sleep at night then.
Okay, so now let's remind folks, because we know when we're not getting the best sleep, we're not performing at our best, and that can really manifest in the classroom and also as an adult, even driving and at work, right?
Drowsy driving is a big problem, especially around the time when school starts. There are a lot of accidents because of drowsy driving. Teens have trouble focusing. Adults have trouble with memory, focus. Also, when you're sleep deprived, it affects your cardiovascular, cerebrovascular health, memory impairment, traffic accidents. There are just a few problems to name.
And the little ones can even be cranky too, and that can play out as a behavioral issue. So we know it's easier said than done, but it's important to get that sleep. And Dr. Khan, we thank you so much for these tips this afternoon. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.